gold digger. But she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger. But she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead. Trina for Lopez, 4 kids, and I gotta take all they bad. Get your kids, but then they got their friends. I put up in the.
I'm David Berlin, Executive Editor at ZDNet, and today we're going to talk about what a mashup is. Mashups are a really cool new breed of applications, but to understand them, you only have to look back to history and look at your existing computer, and it's a very good model for what mashups are. So here's your computer, and it's running an operating system like Windows. Now, operating systems are really nothing more than a collection of APIs, or application programming interfaces, that developers use to build their applications. And it's also a user interface, for example, the keyboard and the mouse that you use to get at the different applications. So these are all the APIs, and one API might be, for example, to access the network that the computer is connected to. Another one might be to access the display. These APIs make it a lot easier for developers to build their applications. In the old days, developers used to have to say where every dot had to be placed on the display. Today, they only have to say, give me a window from this coordinate to this coordinate, and suddenly, magically, the window appears. Those are what APIs do. They do all of the heavy lifting. Maybe you have to access the file system. So you've got all of these APIs here, and this is pretty much the way a computer works. You have your display here, and you've got an application running in a window over here, and the guy who developed that application usually taps about 3 or 4 different APIs, maybe a bunch more, to build that application. Now, this is the way computers have traditionally run over the long term. But now let's replace Windows, the operating system, with Internet. Okay? And as it turns out, we have a bunch of companies now providing these APIs. So, for example, we have Yahoo providing an API. We have Google providing APIs. There's a company called EVDB. It's a database of events that are about to take place, and it tells you where and when to go sign up for those events. There's also Amazon.
Welcome everyone. What is this booth about? This booth is showcasing a course that the University of the South Pacific developed using OERs. OERs? What is that? OERs stands for Open Educational Resources, and these are learning and teaching materials that are freely available online for anyone to use, whether you're a teacher, student, or self-learner. OERs can exist as smaller, standalone resources that can be mixed and combined to form larger pieces of content, or as larger course modules or full courses. And it can be in any media format, be it audio, video, animation, and text. Wow, that is very good to know, especially when it's very expensive to buy textbooks in my experience as a student. I wonder if my teacher knows about this. It could be very handy for our school, especially when we are always tight with money. I also forgot to add that OERs is also a process of engaging with the materials. This involves sharing materials that you have created, either individually or in groups with other teachers and or learners, using and adapting other material for your own use, and sharing back modifications or comments about other materials, so that future users can benefit. Sounds like a very neat idea. I am trying, however, to think of an example of an OER I have come across on the internet. Do you know Wikipedia, or have used it?
Yes, all the time.
Sensei, this is the most popular example of an OER, and there is a teaching version of Wikipedia, which is called Wiki Educator. Even Sensei, YouTube is a form of OER, and also the teaching version of it, TeacherTube.
And now I get it. Thanks for that.
No problems. In fact, if you want to see a real-life OER in action, check out this course that was developed by the University of the South Pacific using OERs. It's on essay writing with readings, and I am sure you will find it very useful.
Yes, I will check this out.
And don't forget to fill out the feedback sheet. We would like to know how effective it is.
No problem.
My name is Darshan Sajendrarnani, and I'm a grade 9 student. I believe that open education resources is very helpful and up to date, as we are able to search information from the internet. We're able to understand the modern technology and how it helps us influence our studies. For example, let's say we have an essay to write. We can get information and get strategies on how do we write and continue our essays. So this is one example, and I also believe that online research is very essential and helpful for education.
Open educational resources are always updated, and it's more effective since students are encouraged to regulate their own learning. Also, a lot of interactive simulations that are readily available will promote independent and active learning of the student. Also, again, open educational resources provide more opportunities for collaboration among the students, which makes it more effective than classroom.
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas. Baby mamas. Yeah, go like this. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's the type that
Now I ain't saying she. We all came out to Montreux on the lake to meet the shoreline to make records with a mobile. We didn't have much time, but Frank Zappa and the mother.
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas. Baby mamas. Yeah, go like this. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's the type that
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go.